For many people growing up like myself with the PS2 and the 360, Guitar Hero has become a classic. It's so simple but yet so fun, and it was widely popular. But in recent years, or should I say, even just this recent decade actually, wow, time runs fast, we no longer see these games like Guitar Hero or Rock Band anymore. So why is that? Well, here's why. Guitar Hero's history actually begins with another game similar called Guitar Freaks. This was a series of games made by Konami for the Japanese market. It had all the aspects that you see in these accessory rock games, except as an arcade system. So how did this inspire Guitar Hero? Well, two men named Charles and Kai Huang both founded a company called Red Octane. This company had a video game rental service online, and through this they discovered how much people loved renting out Dance Dance Revolution, and how they were using dance pads for them. Although they realized that the dance pads that people were using were bad quality, so they made their own. This became very successful for them, but they were still not doing well financially. They eventually discovered Guitar Freaks, which made them realize, could this work in the US and Europe market? They tried proposing this idea to many investors, but they just didn't see it. Even Acclaim's co-founder Greg Fishbach said, "Who's going to buy a peripheral like that?" Eventually though, Red Octane would team up with Harmonix, which has actually made rhythm games before like Frequency and Amplitude. Octane was given around $1 million to start this project. At first, the guitar props themselves were actually Guitar Freak controllers. The plan at first was to add pressure-sensitive buttons to make the guitar feel more immersive, but the idea never came to fruition. There was also the idea to add a freestyle mode allowing players to improv, but that also never happened. The Guitar Hero team also worked with Wave Group Sound for the covers to the songs in the game, and on November 8th of 2005, the first Guitar Hero would release on PS2 only. It quickly gained popularity, and in 2006 a sequel was released. This would also be an introduction for Xbox players into the Guitar Hero games. Red Octane's new franchise was doing so well that Activision decided to purchase the company in 2006 for $100 million, while the original investor, Harmonix, was purchased by MTV Networks, both companies parting their ways onto their new owners. And without a Harmonix, Activision chose one of their subsidiaries to take over. Developer Neversoft, behind the Tony Hawk series of games, actually enjoyed playing the game on their downtime, when they weren't working on a new Tony Hawk game. Because of this, Activision gave Neversoft the baton to continue Guitar Hero. That year, Guitar Hero Encore Rocks the 80s came out on June 24th, and Guitar Hero 3 would be released on October 28th of 2007. But meanwhile, over at Harmonix side of things, MTV did not want to waste any time. They worked closely with Activision's rival EA to release their own rival to the franchise, which would be called Rock Band. This came out only a month after the new Guitar Hero games came out. This is what created a semi-war between the two franchises and amongst fans for the lifespan of the genre. In 2008, they released 3 Guitar Hero games, and that same year surpassed $1 billion. But in 2009, they released 5 games, and tried starting a new franchise called DJ Hero, but things were not looking good. The expected sales were 50% off, and then in 2010, Warriors of Rock would release, and after that, Red Octane was gone, and Guitar Hero and its other games like DJ Hero were cancelled, and that was it. Until 2015, when Guitar Hero Live would release, and so would Rock Band 4, with both companies trying to work with the new consoles, but that didn't really seem to work out. And developers of Guitar Hero Live freestyle games would be sold to Ubisoft in 2017, and yeah, it doesn't seem like Guitar Hero's coming back. But there seems to be a new community that's forming out of this franchise, and that is people who use a custom game called Clone Hero, which allows you to play not just music, but sounds and all sorts of things. It's really personal and customizable. It's free, of course. It just kind of brought everyone back. So what exactly happened? I think there's one thing that's pretty clear off the bat. The franchise was oversaturated a little too much. And I can tell why Activision was trying to do this. Clearly with Call of Duty, that seemed to work. Every year they could release a new game. I think Activision went a little bit too overboard with this franchise. It was only a matter of time before they would have to list the same songs because of how classic and popular they are. So what Activision could have done is just release the games one by one, year by year. I don't think they would be here today, but they definitely would have lasted a little bit longer. I think that revival attempt with Guitar Hero Live really did teach us that, yeah, this is it. But I think because it's become short-lived, it became a good memory for us. If they tried to just add mainstream songs that we see today, we would see Guitar Hero turn into Just Dance. It's sort of like Harvey Dent said.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.